Guys, I have something important to tell you today during this program, and I'll just go ahead and give you the gist. So, I know a lot of people have been struggling to get involved into Forex trading recently. They have been struggling to start trading Forex and all of that. And in today's program, I am telling you something so important. You might be one of the first person to hear it and to take action. Bell Forex reorganizes the Learn to Trade and Pay When Profitable program. Last year, we assisted over 200 people across Africa to learn how to trade the foreign exchange market from beginners to pro without paying a single franc to us. And we do that once a year. And the good news is we just launched the Learn to Trade and Pay After training program that will be starting from the 15th of September. Admission opens tomorrow, Monday, and there is a link in the live description for you to join the WhatsApp group where you could get admitted for this program absolutely for free. Evening and happy Sunday to you all. Welcome to Bell Forex Market Analytics. Today we are going to be talking Forex trading and crypto trading in Cameroon and in Africa as a whole. Today, Forex trading is a widely taught topic, and everybody is struggling to actually get involved into Forex trading and especially into crypto trading. If you are getting me for the very first time, I believe you might be wondering how you can start Forex trading, or already you are a Forex trader, and probably you might be wondering which strategy you need to use to stay profitable or to keep some level of profitability. In our program, we focus in helping traders understand particular market patterns and to stay profitable using our BTMM trading strategy. In this program today, we are going to be analyzing the Forex and the crypto market for this week to look for possible trade opportunities that can actually earn us some real cash throughout this week. We've been missing for the past 1 week, and I'll always be here on Sundays and Wednesdays to talk about market analytics and to give you possible opportunity that you can grab to get engaged into Forex trading. If you are getting me for the first time, I am Ronnie Rustan Gayap from Bell Forex Academy, and I have been on this platform for the past 5 years. We own a physical trading hub in Douala and an online trading community based in Cameroon, Douala. Guys, like, share, comment, invite others to join us, and don't forget to actually comment in the comment section. Let me know from which part of Cameroon or from which part of the world you are watching this program. Remember, I've always told you, from the cities that they watch me most, I'm going to organize physical seminars to come assist traders in that region or in that cities on how to trade profitably the foreign exchange market. Like, share, comment, and invite others to join us. And do not forget to hit down below in the comment section and type from which part of Cameroon or from which part of the world you are watching us from. Thank you for all those watching us all the way from Bamenda, from Boya, from Kumba, from Douala, from Yaoundé, from Dubai, from Germany, from the US. Thank you for all those who always plug in to get what I'm saying. Guys, I have something important to tell you today during this program, and I'll just go ahead and give you the gist. So, I know a lot of people have been struggling to get involved into Forex trading recently. They have been struggling to start trading Forex and all of that. And in today's program, I am telling you something so important. You might be one of the first person to hear it and to take action. Bell Forex reorganizes the Learn to Trade and Pay When Profitable program. Last year, we assisted over 200 people across Africa to learn how to trade the foreign exchange market from beginners to pro without paying a single franc to us. And we do that once a year. And the good news is we just launched the Learn to Trade and Pay After training program that will be starting from the 15th of September. Admission opens tomorrow, Monday, and there is a link in the live description for you to join the WhatsApp group where you could get admitted for this program absolutely for free. You might have struggled to learn Forex and crypto before, and you met mentors that ask you to pay 50,000 francs, 70,000 francs, 100,000 francs, $500, $1,000 to learn, and all of that. But I'm telling you, this is not a joke. Bell Forex organizes a community Thanksgiving every year where we teach people on how to trade the foreign exchange market from beginners to pro absolutely for free. And this program is always accompanied by an end of year party where we bring you physically together, organize seminars to show you practically what we also do, and also organize a party for you where we actually sponsor everything at 100% to show the Cameroonian community that trading is a business everybody can do. Traders are not beggars. Traders are real guys. If you meet a forex trader that is profitable, you will know. Once you become profitable as a forex trader, they will know. Your community will know. Your neighbors will know. Forex is a good business that anybody can engage in. And I always encourage people to take advantage of the opportunity we offer. So if you are listening to me today, take advantage of the program, learn to trade and pay after profitability. There is a link in the live description for you to join our WhatsApp group where you can get admitted for the program immediately. We admitted 200 persons last year, and this year we have increased the number to 300. So you have the opportunity to be trained by Ronnie Rastan Gayap, a 7-time signature trader at XNEX and a 2-time diamond trader at XNEX, and also the regional representative for XNEX in Cameroon. That is true, that's me. And so you have the privilege to actually learn from one of the best in the continent Africa. That's the truth. So that opportunity will not last forever. So don't hesitate to click in the link to click on the link that we've put in the live description. Guys, without wasting much of your time, we are going to be getting up straight to our chart to look at this week market analytics and look at both the fundamental and the technical analytics that probably could affect the forex exchange market and the possible market direction we will be having in the next couple of days. Remember, our market predictions always and most often give good market direction and trade. So this could be a good opportunity to amass yourself with good dollars this week. So guys, without wasting much of your time, I would just like you guys to hit on the comment section and then comment from which part of Cameroon or from which part of Africa or which part of the world you are watching on. And I'll be switching straight on the screen to actually start this session with today fundamental analytics, after which we are going to be heading up to the technical analytics for this week. So guys, let's go on our chart. Guys, without wasting much of your time, we're moving straight to the chart. And before we go to technical analytics, I want to actually talk about one of the most important events that occurred in the foreign exchange market this week with Powell's speech. It was a very important moment on Friday. We saw a lot of volatility in the market, and a lot of people were asking themselves questions of what is happening, especially the newbies. We'll all understand that the foreign exchange market is actually moved by technicals and fundamentals. And right here on your chart, we have the DXY, where you see a huge move for the DXY. And what we saw here was a very long, very rich candle for the DXY. The market covered a distance within 1 hour that the market has been struggling to cover for the past week. If I put up an info line, you guys are going to realize that the distance covered by price on Friday has taken 9 days for the market to cover the same distance. But on Friday, within 1 hour, within 30 minutes, and absolutely within 10 minutes, the market covered the same distance because of a fundamental. And this fundamental was so important to the foreign exchange market that we cannot start this market this week without letting that pass by. And what happened definitely was Powell Jackson Hall's speech and market impact. That was on August 2020 to August 22nd, 2025. And this was last Friday. So what we actually understood was that fundamentals have key roles to play in the foreign exchange market. And today, we are going to analyze the Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell's speech delivered at the annual Jackson Hole
Symposium on Friday, August 22nd, 2025, and understands how his words affects global financial market, central bank speeches, especially at the Jackson Hall. We need to understand that the United States of America is not just a nation, or the United States dollars is not just a currency, but it's a powerful nation that owns a world reserve currency and have a vital role to play in the global financial markets. So, what are some of the things that we could note that actually caused the markets to move in huge volatility last Friday? Some of the key takeaway from Powell's speech is quite simple. He mentioned the possible rate cuts in September. Powell hinted on the Fed could cut interest rate as early as September FOMC meeting. Concern about labor market inflation. He noted weak job growth and pressure of tariff on consumer price. These information that you are getting here is definitely important for all of us traders because it can actually determine the fate of the Forex market, the fate of the crypto market in the next couple of months. Immediately, Powell gave an idea that the interest rate for the USD is going to be cut. Automatically, we saw a reaction in the market. The stock market saw the Dow surge about 846 points, and we saw a surge of 1.9%. We also saw the S&P 500 move up to 1.5%, and the Nasdaq that also pushed up to 1.9%, hitting a very good record. But something actually took our attention. We saw the US dollars weakening last Friday. The US dollars weakened against other major currencies. This is very important for us to understand that the Fed monetary policies affect more than the Wall Street. It influences borrowing costs, mortgage rate, business investment, global capital flow. When Powell suggests the Fed might ease policy, it makes market responded instantly by pricing in cheaper borrowing costs and stronger growth prospect. In fact, my simple takeaway that I want to, let's forget the literature. The most important thing you need to understand from here is that the interest rate for the USD is definitely might be cut by September if everything goes normal. That's what the announcement brought. And again, for the Forex exchange market and for any other major currency around the world, when exchange rate is being cut, it has the greater role to weaken certain currencies. So if the exchange rate is if the interest rate is increased, it actually helps to strengthen a currency. Most often when rate is being decreased, it weakens currencies. Rates are important to actually control inflations to maintain a healthy economy. So at the end of the day, the US dollars responded negatively to Jerome Powell's speech by seeing a weakened dollars that could actually be read from here on the DXY chart. You can see on the DXY chart, the dollar index actually dropped massively. And this drop affected the entire foreign exchange market. When the US dollars is weakened, we are also going to see possible buy on other major currencies like currency pairs that actually carries the US dollars as a quote currency. For example, currency pairs like USD, USD saw a massive surge Friday, and the market, all those who were trading and could consider buying, made profit. So, guys, this is what fundamental does to the foreign exchange market, and you cannot trade the market without fundamentals. This week, we are expecting to have a couple of fundamentals still that is definitely going to be hitting the market. But this week, fundamentals are not really that consequent. That means they are not fundamentals that are going to bring us a lot of shift. From what we are going to be looking forward, August 25th, that is on Monday, we are going to be having the Great Britain Pounds bank holiday. That is what I noticed. So you should note that on this Monday, the 25th of August, there is a US bank holiday there's a Great Britain Pounds bank holiday, or there's a bank holiday in Great Britain, that is in the UK, and the GBP is going to be carrying low volume for this day. Apart of that, on Monday, the US dollar does not have any dangerous news that can call for our attention. We also have the possible AUD CPI news for the Australian dollars that is going to be happening on Wednesday. And we have the unemployment claims and the prelim GBP price index for the USD that is going to happen on Thursday. And on Friday, we are going to be seeing CAC GDP data release and the core PCE price index that is going to be released. But these fundamentals that I've just mentioned are not really that going to affect the market at a greater extent as compared to fundamentals like power speech, non-farm payroll, CPI, PPI, and all of that. So most of the fundamentals that really shakes the market are already done for this month, and we definitely should be waiting for more fundamentals for next month. So while waiting on that, it is very necessary for us to kickstart our market analytics for today. So let's push for our technical analytics. So looking at the first technical pair of the day, the DXY will be at the center of our market analytics. We know it is important for us to correlate the fundamental that took place on Friday with the current market technical analytics, which is very important for us. Recently, we saw a major trend line where the DXY was actually reacting upon from this low here. This was a major trend line. We had a touch here, another one here, another one here. But currently, based on what we are seeing, there is a possibility that this particular trend line might not hold. But nevertheless, we are going to break down our analytics for this market for a smaller time frame. We are going to keep up this line as a less visible line. We'll just reduce the visibility, even though the line is there. And then we are going to move further with other price action. So looking at the current market state, one of the price action I saw during my market analytics this weekend, I saw the possibility of a channel for the DXY. So there was something much of a channel, like a channel that is being created somewhere around here. And we had here the upper channel. So this is exactly a sign of what we got. And as you can see, this channel seems to be real. And if this channel seems to be real, there is a great potential that the DXY is going to move down further. And moving down further, it definitely means that more weakened US dollars is going to occur possibly this week. Definitely, this trend line right here could turn price back a little bit. So making it visible. So if you are looking further for a sell on this market, then the possible target is going to be this red line. So at the moment, I am bearish on this particular asset. So I'll clearly say that I am bearish for the DXY. And also, if I put an internal trend line here, you might see that the market has already broken below the trend line and even struggled to settle below this dotted trend line, the blue dotted trend line on the chart. The market has already settled below it. That is a clear sign that the dollar is weak. And from the fundamental again, it seems to be weak. And from our channeling, it shows that there is a possible sell that could occur for the USD. Now, it means that there can also be a potential pullback. And the pullback here could target this trend line. The pullback here could target any zone within this huge gap that the market created. But most often on Monday, I will not be looking so much of buy possibilities, but I'll be looking for the slightest opportunity that I'm going to have to go bearish for the DXY because the fundamentals and the technical are matching up to tell us that we have a possible weak US dollars. So this is what I think for the US dollars index. I don't know your thought. You can actually let me know in the comment section what you are thinking as well for this same asset. So let me know what your analytics could be. So guys, with what we have from the DXY, it is very much important that we should look at the AO USD chart and then considering the possible movement that DXY is going to be reflecting. And by so doing, um, looking at AO USD, recently I saw a point of interest where a mitigation just took place. But before then, there was a trend line passing across here for AO USD. Market break above that trend line, as you can see, and the market is definitely targeting this local high from here. So there is a local resistance right here that you guys can see. There's a local resistance here. And this resistance, this local resistance is crucial to this market from this price level. So when I look at this, this is there's a great potential that the XY will actually drop, while Euro USD will go up to mitigate this local target. It's more resistant to the price. So that is the next possible price movement that I could be expecting to get from Euro USD. It is definitely true that the market can see corrections from this week market movement, and the correction could go into this value gap, but I might not create any correction to the value gap, but rather any buy opportunity signals that I'll be getting from Monday, I would rather consider it because it is a reflection of the fundamental that came up last Friday. And this fundamental could affect the market maybe to the end of this month while waiting for new fundamentals. So currently I am bullish for Euro USD. My opinion for Euro USD is that I'm bullish. And as the market opens on Monday, we are going to look for detailed analytics and detailed price action to be able to execute. And I advise you that if you're a Forex trader, please do well to follow the Bell Forex page on Facebook and also follow us on Telegram, so on WhatsApp, where you can get daily market updates and be able to trade more effectively and efficiently. That is my bias when it comes to Euro USD. I'm also going to look at UPUSD that have a similar looked up as compared to what we have just seen for Euro USD. And without wasting much of your time, if you could give me this chart to just look at it, to look at the most recent market movement, because I'm working in relationship to what DXY is saying. Here, there is a very powerful order block that the market is definitely going to be targeting here for GBP/USD. And there is so much liquidity that is lying also here. Local liquidity, so BTMM creation could take place somewhere around there. So as of now, I am bullish for this particular market, and I've seen a head and shoulder pattern also forming for GBP/USD. For those who know the head and shoulder pattern, this is exactly how it is being formed. So there's the head, the shoulder, and there's a great potential that GBP/USD is going to be moving to the upside. Even though we might get a correction, but this resistance up here or this other block is a possible next target for GBP/USD. So if you could ask my opinion about the market this week, I'm going to say that I'm definitely bullish for GBP/USD, and a possible retracement for an execution is going to be very much important. We are going to observe price action on Monday to look for possible reversals or continuation based on what the market will be telling us, because we are going to react based on what we see in the market. But to me, my bias for GBP/USD is bullish so far. And I'm going to go further to look at other currency pair like Bitcoin before I look at any other thing. Bitcoin is one of the major pairs that we have been analyzing so far. And if you check here on Mimimifo, my last analytics on Bitcoin was very clear, and exactly what I said is what has happened. Bitcoin has been moving between two major support levels and resistance level. And so Bitcoin has been consolidating around 112,000 US dollars and 123,000 US dollars. So that has been the recent movement for Bitcoin. And since the dollar has been weakened, there is a possibility for a strong Bitcoin. And definitely telling me and you that I am bullish for Bitcoin price for a rally to about 124,000 US dollars. So as Bitcoin is concerned, this is one of the major patterns that you can look on, and that is exactly something I actually think a lot of people can actually focus on. The pattern is consolidative when it comes to Bitcoin, and the Bitcoin chart is actually taking a rally. A weak dollars brings a strong Bitcoin market. So as the market opens on Monday, that is tomorrow, it is very vital for us to look for possible opportunities that can lead us to a buy for the Bitcoin. It is pretty much interesting to buy Bitcoin than selling Bitcoin. That will also reflect the speech that Powell gave, and that is my best opinion that I can give you when it comes to the Bitcoin chart. Other major assets like gold are also going to be taken into consideration. I know a lot of people are looking at gold, and I'll be looking into the analytic of gold as well. So with gold, I'll be a little bit fast because we don't have much time again. And if you want to follow more technical analytics like this, do well to follow Bell Forex on Telegram. There is a link in the live description to join our Telegram channel where you can actually get more on what we are doing. So, guys, as goal is concerned, it seems a little bit complicated, but not complicated if you understand what to do. Goal has been moving between this local resistance and this local support, and it's clear to tell you that goal has simply been consolidating between this framework. And the consolidating framework stipulates clearly market directions, and as given here, market left from the support to the resistance to support, back to resistance and to support. And currently, we are expecting price to move up to the resistance. With just this simple click that I just did, it is clear that we are bullish on gold. That's my bias. Simple as ABC, no complication. And that is why I'm inviting you for the Learn to Trade and Pay After program, where you are going to learn how to make things simple and keep your profitability as a trader. So, there's a link in the live description to join the program where you are going to learn how to trade Forex and pay only when you are profitable. So gold is bullish on the 12 hours chart. I think looking for buy opportunity on gold will be an excellent occasion for us. Currently, I see a trend line, an internal trend line for gold, which is passing here. This internal trend line carries a lot of liquidity above it. So much liquidity is going to be wiped above this level. And I actually have to call on the attention of many traders to be careful because gold might wipe out this liquidity above this trend line, then head up to the higher resistance. There is a possibility of a pullback for you to grab a buy opportunity. I don't know exactly where the pullback can pull up to. Maybe there might not be a pullback because we have a huge gap that was created by the news. So it's also very important that we should observe how the price action after the news is going to take place so that we can take our next move because we don't do things by hazard. We don't just do things, we do things with fact and data. So I would like to see what is going to happen on Monday to know if the pullback will be good for me or not, if the market is actually pulling a continuation pattern that I can actually relate to the market. But as of now, my bias for gold is bullish. So I will be looking for buy opportunity on gold than sell opportunity. And that is how we come to the end of this week Sunday market analytics. Don't forget, there is a link to join our Telegram channel, a link for you to join the Learn to Trade and Pay After program. If you want to get more on market analytics and signals, do not forget to follow us on Facebook, on TikTok, and also on Telegram, where you are going to get in more information about what we do. Thank you for being there. Thank you for supporting always. See you again on Wednesday.